That's how that works.
Podcast Rock City.
What's up, everybody? Joe here from Podcast Rock City. And with me this week is Mr. Jody Have-Not.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Fucking Eddie.
Mr. Sonny Hollywood Pooney.
What up?
And Joey Casada.
Woo, finally, I can look at Pooney's face.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, Sonny is wearing an iron, and Eddie.
What?
What? Which one is that from? That's from Somewhere in
Time.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Somewhere in time.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys for joining us, Podcast Rock City, where every week we get together, whether you like it or not, and we talk about our favorite band, Kiss. Yesterday was Halloween, and I didn't see anybody dressed up like Kiss except online. Did you guys run into, like, Casada posted all the pictures of him dressed like Peter, dressed like Eric. Did you guys see anybody dressed up for Halloween as Kiss live in person?
Not one person came to the door at all.
Really? Yeah, out here we had a ton of trick-or-treaters.
Did
Yeah,
you?
I saw a lot of people, but no Kiss people, unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw this, but our friend Matt Porter, he had a big Gene Simmons head set up in his front yard with a tube so he could send the candy out Gene's mouth to the kids.
Oh, my God.
So he didn't have to, be close or it was safer or whatever. And that's great. It was great. If you guys don't know Matt Porter, he hosts the Kiss Room. Hey, Jody, where can they hear that?
Some Monco Radio where music and minds meet.
That's right. The first Friday of every month. So make sure you check that out. He does a spectacular, wonderful job.
We love Matt Porter. Love him.
Yes, absolutely.
He's the best.
Sonny, did you ever dress up like Kiss for Halloween?
Nope. Not at all. Yeah. We didn't do much. I was Fred Flintstone like 7 years in a row.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Nice.
Fred Flintstone?
I
How
mean,
old were you?
In my 20s.
Okay, so here's my question: is it just because you had the costume and you were like, "I'll just be Fred again"?
Yeah, it was easy, right? You just get a piece of fabric, somebody stitches up the side for you, cut zigzags on the bottom, you're done.
Does he really need the costume, Joe? he takes his shoes off, he walks around barefoot, and he's ready to go.
Skinny mini Pooney. I don't know. So Joey, you obviously have dressed up as Kiss.
Yeah, I think the only person I've never worn Paul Stanley's makeup. I've never tried it. I've been, the first person I ever was Ace when I was 5 years old for Halloween. I was Ace. Then the next year I was 6. I was Gene. And then, periodically I've been in Kiss tribute bands and stuff. I've done Peter and Eric, 100 times, but I've never been Paul. Well, I guess technically I've never been Vinny either.
No, Vinny's not even Vinny. What about you, Jody? Have you ever dressed up like Kiss on Halloween?
Dude, every year when I was a kid. Every year.
Were you always Paul Stanley or Ace?
No, I was always Gene.
Really?
Every time.
Well, I can tell you that I think I only dressed up one time, and it was in the classic Peter Criss costume with the vinyl wraparound thing and the mask.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I really wish I still had that. I really wish I still had that, but
you could see it.
Yep, that's cool. If you guys go
That's
on
awesome.
On Joey's Facebook page, you can see him dressed up as Eric Carr and Gene Simmons pictures. Halloween and Kiss, man, they go together pretty massively. But and that's always something we've talked about that 100 times on this show. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about was November 1st. Okay, and Kiss, and November 1st is going to take us to the news.
Podcast Rock City News.
November 1st, Kiss signed their first deal with. Look at Sonny again. What's this? Is that a different one?
I'm at Aces High now.
Aces High.
Totally.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
November 1st, Kiss signed their first record deal with Casablanca Records. So they really make a big deal about Halloween, but November 1st, that's a big deal, right?
Totally. I didn't know that was November 1st.
I didn't
came
either.
up today as an anniversary on kissonline.com, and I thought that I would go ahead and save that because I thought that was pretty amazing, actually.
Why
cool.
I'm not that up on why Kiss has always released albums in October and stuff like that. Why is all their stuff released in the fall? Is there a purpose, you think?
Christmas, probably.
Christmas rush, yeah, totally.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But hold on now. How many? I think it's 5 records they released in October. Am I wrong there? I want to say that it's actually spread out all over the place, but
Only 5? I feel like I see the anniversary every single October, like of almost every record.
Yeah, it feels like a lot in September, October for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll look up the discography while we're doing the show and look up the dates, and we'll get a good idea. Yeah, but Kiss and Halloween, they go together. But November 1st, think about this. We have a big. This is an anniversary for the actual not beginning of our band, but the reason why our band got a deal. If you guys ever have seen that picture where they're standing with Neil Bogart, Peter's makeup looks so bad. His face looks like Jody when he puts on the little filter and he's Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, you mean like this? Hey.
It's painted on, looks like. It's so strange.
Hey.
And obviously it was painted on, but just
it felt like that picture is like his in-between stage after the, obviously the first album cover where he had someone else do it, and that's why he had someone else do it, because he really couldn't do his own makeup yet at that point, I think.
Right. Well, you think at that point he's like, hey, I don't want to be the kitty cat anymore. I'm going to do my makeup stupid. So they said, look stupid. Just put an X on your face.
Yeah, I want to be the Hawk.
I would have never done the makeup myself. I would have always paid somebody else to do it.
Really?
I wanted to be consistent. Yeah.
I know that they have they have people now with stencils if you want to get it done. If they would have had that available back then, it would have been super simple.
I've seen that. What the guy from the replica shop, I think, did it, right? Did you see that?
We have talked with him and met him before. I didn't see them painting faces at that point. I think
he posted something. He had almost like a what kind of material was it? It's almost like a rubber that he puts on his face, because obviously everyone's face is a little different. So it moves. So you can kind of move it out to put it exactly where you want it, and it stays on your face, and then you literally just paint around it. It was amazing.
Yeah, wow. It's like an airbrush, and they just and they have somebody on the Kiss cruise every year that does it as well, a professional face painter. It's mostly for kids though, but there's a lot of adults that do it. But a lot of the kids will go and show up with their parents and get their face painted for the concert that night. And I've never done it, but maybe this year coming up, I'll go. When I go on the cruise, I'll get my face painted, and I will tell you that. If I remember correctly, there is only Tommy see, I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, here we go.
The Spaceman, the Star Child, the Demon, and the Catman makeup. Because I don't want to say.
Yeah.
I'll get a letter from somebody going.
Well, let me tell you, from someone who was in a tribute band, and I put on that makeup a lot. It's actually more of a pain in the ass to get it off than it is put it on. Like, putting it on is almost fun. You're sitting there talking to the guys in the dressing room, and you're putting on it's like they always say, they're putting on the war paint. It's kind of a cool ritual. I enjoyed tremendously putting it on, except like they like use powder and stuff. And I used to use powder. If I used to get powder in my eye and stuff, we used to, I used to go crazy and curse and scream and stuff. But getting it off after the show, that was the pain in the ass, especially if you were using the powder. The powder, what it basically does is when you put all the makeup on, you powder it, and then you kind of brush it all off, and it really becomes like skin. You can touch it, and it will not smear at all. And even when you sweat, it will not drip at all. But what happens is, because the powder cakes it on, it's that much harder to get off too.
Goodness.
Yeah.
And you how many shows did you do in that band? Tell everybody about what was the name of the band?
The band was Kiss Nation. I was Eric Carr in the band most of the time. I did Peter a couple times, but we were mostly the Creatures era of Kiss. And then we even, we branched out towards the end of the band. We did the Unmasked era. But I must have done maybe 100 or so shows with them at least. We even had a VH1 special. It actually never aired, but we had a VH1 special called Mock Rock. And we were like the pilot episode. And, we filmed the whole episode is actually online on my YouTube page. It's called Mock Rock, VH1 Mock Rock. It's so much fun. It's literally just following us around, the ins and outs of being in a tribute band. And then at the end of the episode, Gene and Paul, we didn't know this was going to happen. They surprise us and they show up at one of our gigs.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. It was the first time they ever got to really meet them and talk to them. And, I was in Eric Carr makeup talking to them and singing Beth in front of them and singing Black Diamond. It was super surreal. It was crazy.
That's pretty awesome.
They went and started doing that show, right? It's some sort of tribute band or something. What's that thing called?
Yeah,
I've seen the show.
I don't think VH1 did it. I think another channel wound up doing it.
Access.
Access,
Yeah.
Yeah, they basically took the idea. VH1, what they were doing was, it was called Mock Rock, and it was the same type of show as that other show on Access. But at the end, they were always going to have the real artist on the show with the tribute band.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Really funny. I did a panel here in Atlanta for the anniversary of Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park at this thing that we have here called Dragon Con, and I was on the panel with the Ace Frehley from Kiss Nation. I won't say his name because Joey doesn't like him really, but
I know what he's talking about.
I'm teasing. You give him so much crap though.
Listen, the story with Ruby from Kiss Nation, I'll quickly tell it. When I tried out to be in Kiss Nation, I called these guys up to try out, of course, an audition for the band. I saw that they wanted an Eric Carr, and obviously Eric Carr is my idol. So I wanted to audition. So this guy, Ruby, who was the Ace Frehley in the band, and he'll deny this story to the bitter end, but it's a true story. He told me like 12 songs to learn for the audition. And then 5 hours later, he called me back. He's like, oh, why don't you learn these two? And he wound up giving me almost 40 songs to learn for the audition. He's like, well, we play, a lot of oddball songs. So maybe you should just learn everything we know for the audition. So I literally learned like 37 songs for the audition. Now, most of them I knew already, but I had to learn like the Eric Carr, the Animalized Uncensored versions. And then when I get there, so now I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I play like Eric anyway. That's who I, idolized growing up. So I know all his licks down pat. The first song, I'm like, okay, what do you want to start with? I'm ready to fire off any one of the songs they gave me. And he's like, oh, well, why don't we start with Strutter? Strutter was not on the list. Now, obviously, I knew Strutter, and I even knew like the Eric Carr version, which he plays a little differently. But I was like, really? I was like, dude, really? You gave me almost 40 songs to learn, and I showed him the list. I said, Strutter is not on this list, you son of a bitch.
All right. So anyway, it's the anniversary of our favorite band, or my favorite band. I can't speak for everybody. I don't want to put words in people's mouths. It's 2020, and it's been weird enough already. But yes, everybody that's listening, I'm pretty sure it's your favorite band. And so the anniversary, it's just I didn't know until I woke up that that's what was going on. And when I looked at the picture, I just thought, look how far this damn band has come. They're still relevant to this day. They're still influencing little kids into playing guitar. Tommy still walks out there and little kids go, I want to be the spaceman. You know, nobody wants to be Eric Singer. But that's...
Whoa!
I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. But you know, that they're still totally inspirational. And I was looking, once I saw that, then I started...
What type of show was that other show?
Oh, we got lost.
Sorry.
That's okay. So we were I saw that, and then I decided to look up other things, and I saw an interview where Portnoy and Nikki Sixx basically said that Kiss was the Beatles of their time. And I was wondering if you guys agree with that. Sonny says no.
No, I think that exists probably every year, right? So if you're going to say the Beatles in '64, people seeing them, Ed Sullivan, oh my God, I want to be that. Then I guess you could say that you see Kiss on TV in '75 or '76, and people say they want to be that. I guess you could say they see Nirvana unplugged, and people are like, they want to be that. Like, there's probably somebody in every decade.
Yeah, but you're not talking every year. You're talking big game changers. Big game changers. I think you know, the Paul Lynde Halloween moment for Kiss was that generation's Ed Sullivan Beatles. I really do. I think when people of that generation saw that and saw Kiss for the first time, all of those people got influenced, from Portnoy to Benante to all these guys that grew up idolizing Kiss throughout all the 70s, you know, growing up in the 70s, and they became the 80s bands. That's the moment that they decided, this is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. Much like guys like Kiss and Zeppelin saw the Beatles on Ed Sullivan and said, that's what I want to be in the 60s. They became the bands in the 70s. These guys saw Kiss in the 70s, and they became the bands in the 80s.
Yeah, I got a feeling that's why MTV was so huge, right? Because that one snapshot in time, whether it's Paul Lynde, whether it's Ed Sullivan, was happening every 5 minutes.
Right, you're
in
right.
the mid-'80s, right? So it's catching a new kid like every second almost.
Yeah,
Joe,
totally.
What do you think?
I think it's totally that's the way it is. But I was wondering, what do you guys think is like the big moment for the 80s? Like Kiss of the 70s, Beatles had the 60s. What was the like moment in the 80s for everyone?
Well, I think the 80s was what Sonny just said, because there was it wasn't just one moment. It was MTV. I think it was just, you know, the whole MTV generation being able to turn on your TV almost at any time and see your favorite bands. That became those moments. That's why I think there's not that one band that did what Kiss did and what the Beatles did for the 60s and the 70s, because in the 80s you had MTV. You had the Michael Jackson moment, I think maybe on American Music Awards, where he does the moonwalk, type of stuff. But MTV was the generation for those years, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about the 80s, there were so many breakout things between I can name mine that I remember the most. You guys would each have different ones. But like when MTV happened, for me though, I just remember going, oh, there's more than Kiss. You know, it was like all of a sudden I became a Prince fan, a Madonna fan, a Duran Duran fan, a Culture Club fan. I loved Kasha Gugu had one song.
Yeah.
You know, and all of a sudden this became the music of my life. And when you think about if you grew up or were lucky enough to grow up when MTV showed videos, your teenage life was amazing.
I got a feeling that's what's kind of killed rock a little bit. I think I agree with Paul. People watch with their eyes. And the minute the visual element wasn't force-fed to you and you can go access it anytime you want at YouTube, when it comes down to it, people are lazy. Like, I'm lazy. I'd rather have it force-fed to me. I much rather have MTV than to go to YouTube anytime I want. and just kind of have it playing in the background, whatever. Because on YouTube, I got to find the video and find another video and then find another video.
Right.
And if I go to somebody's YouTube channel that has all the videos, well, then I might as well be watching MTV. That's exactly what that is.
And
Not only
also,
that,
when you're on YouTube, you're only searching for stuff you want to look for.
Yeah.
When you have MTV on, I used to have MTV on just all day long, and I would discover stuff that I would never think that I would like because that was the next video on. Whereas YouTube, very random that you're just sitting there playing, random playlists. Very rarely just going on there and just going, oh, let me hear this guy's, 600 song playlist on YouTube. It just doesn't happen. You go and search. What do I do all day on YouTube? I search for Kiss videos. That's what I do.
Jody, do you have like a memory of being a kid and sitting with your friends and watching MTV all day and just?
Oh, dude, hell yeah, that was like my thing, Especially like when it was kind of newer and it was mostly the new wave shit, Nana, 99 Red Balloons, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I love that stuff. Still love it to this day. Thompson Twins, all that.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, of course, Prince, Cyndi Lauper, all that. I loved it. Still love it.
yeah.
I kind of phased out a little bit when I was like a teenager, and it was more like the hair bands and stuff. But I like some of that. But it's like the hair bands that I liked really weren't getting a lot of play on there. It was like Bon Jovi and stuff, but you didn't see like Faster Pussycat or something like that often.
Thank God.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that one, Sonny. You didn't see much Striper. There was a few hair bands that I really liked, and most of them didn't get a whole lot of play. But I did watch Headbangers Ball anytime I got the chance if I was home on the weekend, and I liked 120 Minutes a lot too. I don't know if you guys watched that one, but yeah, it was cool.
That was with Matt. What was that?
Penfield.
Penfield.
Yeah. But they also had those Friday night concerts, man. I remember seeing Animalize live uncensored when it was new. But the best one I can remember is when GNR played the Ritz. Did you guys see that? It was badass.
I have it on vinyl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's killer,
I
dude.
have it on vinyl, and I'll put it on, and I'm like, man, this was so cool. But
They
I
were really
remember-
cool.
It was really cool. I remember watching Journey had a concert on there.
81
Yeah.
Houston.
And it was really early in MTV. And Steve Perry walked out and said, "This concert's going out live on M Television." And I remember being like, Television.
M Television. What?
Yeah. So
You guys
anyway,
remember Friday night videos too, like on NBC,
Oh, yeah.
I think it was?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's really what I grew up on because I didn't have cable until I think 1991. I don't think my town in Brooklyn had cable. So
Really?
I didn't get MTV until about 91. So Friday night videos, and I would even get, my cousins and stuff that lived out of state would put their VCR tapes in for me and, just hit record on Headbangers Ball and stuff for me and say the tape. So I never had MTV as like a early teenager.
If you
Wow.
go on YouTube right now, you could type in, MTV, and there'll be a 6-hour long block of
Yeah.
original MTV. on
Really?
there. Yeah.
Yeah, you could choose
find
like
it.
years and months and everything.
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, one of the reasons why I brought this up was, as far as like Kiss and the Beatles and stuff like that, was because of our topic of the week, and I know some of you guys, or most of you guys, are sitting at home listening to this. I wish you could see their faces, because when I tell them that I did what I was asked to do, only I changed my rules. So let's get to the topic of the week.
Podcast Rock City. Topic of the week.
So last week we didn't do a show. It was my birthday, and I went to see the Falcons humiliate themselves in Atlanta. And all you Detroit people out there, as soon as I posted online that I was at a game, all of our Detroit listeners came out of the woodwork to let me know how bad the Falcons were going to get beat. And it wasn't a bad beating. It was a last-second win, but still, it was humiliating. So Sonny, he came up with an idea for the show. Before we get to that, though, let's see. Jody, I need you to pick a number between 1 and 5.
3.
3. Let's see. 1.
Are you giving away a used copy of a Kasha Gugu CD?
Yes, I am. No. Let's see. Heath Negley, you win the Peter Criss picture disc from a couple weeks ago. We had a show. So Heath Negley, he had the name of the person that shot the Alive cover was Finn Costello, and he got it right. So I will. That's a short trip too. He only lives right over the border here in Alabama. I've actually been to his house for a barbecue, which before I went to see Kiss in Birmingham.
This sounds fixed. I don't know. This sounds like a fix.
It's not
Fix
fixed.
is in.
Yeah, I don't.
He promised Joe a nice cheeseburger, I think, for the disc.
in all honesty, I love Heath, but I want anybody to win. I don't care. All right, so Sonny came up with the idea for the topic of the week, and Sonny, tell him what you came up with.
Pretty simple, depending on I guess it's simple depending on how simple you want to do it. But just the idea was, I'm just talking for me. I'm the first one to complain that Ace doesn't pick the right songs to cover on his Origin albums. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just come up with an Origins 3. The only rule is 2 rules, 12 songs, and nothing that he's done before. And that's it. And come up with an Origins 3 album that we can literally hand to Ace and say, here, just go do this, and we would love you.
Right.
So Joe, I know you mentioned about changing the rules. If we did the same thing this week, I'm going to lose my mind because I kind of changed the rules too.
God.
I kind of went my own, and we did not speak. I swear to God, if we did the same thing, Joe, I went my route too. So what I wind up doing is, go ahead, Joe. You want to say first?
Yeah. Okay. So what I did was I decided that Origins means Ace's origins, right? That's basically what we're looking at.
Tell me. Go ahead.
So what I decided to do was have him not all, but cover a lot of songs of people that were influenced by Ace.
Oh, okay. I did something different. Good.
I decided to do the origins the way he was doing it already, but I also decided that I think it would be fun if he covered songs done by bands that grew up Kiss fans.
He's going to do an Anthrax and a Pearl Jam song and
Skid Row and shit.
God, dude.
Okay, so just so you know, I didn't pick either of those bands. So
I hope he doesn't do I Remember You, because I want to forget that.
Either way, Joe, I like the way you think, because the way I look at it is, if Sonny came up with the topic, we have to be able to make it better, because he can't think of anything himself. So the way I went, and I'm sure he's going to be mad at this, but I had to go this route, just because I feel like no one ever talks about this. I went Ace's origins, but what I did was Ace's origins as far as all of his unreleased stuff that he never put out in between Kiss and his solo acts. So I want him to rediscover and re-release all of his songs that he never released, all his demos. So I'm going to, almost like this is the original Frehley's Comet logo, Frehley's Comet origins before any of that stuff got released.
Sonny, I'm sorry. We ruined
your
show.
Oh, I don't care. That's fine with me. We'll have 4 completely different views. That's cool.
Yes. I will tell you that I did pick some older music, and then I picked some bands that were influenced by Kiss and Ace. And then, of course, I did add the obscure Kiss song at the end of the record, just the way he always seems to.
Yeah.
So, what are you smiling about there, Sonny?
Oh, I added one in too, but I couldn't put it at the end because of the way I did it. I'll explain later.
Now, I will tell you guys that. Well, I'll go first. I will tell you guys that my every one of my picks, unless I say otherwise, is sung by somebody other than Ace in the band. You can pick any player, anybody.
That's because you picked 80s and 90s music to do. That's why.
No, I just think my thing is I think that whenever Ace puts one of these records out, he should just have other people singing. That's just how I feel. Anyway, all right, so I'll go first. Jody, did we mess you up by any chance? No, you're all good.
No, we're good. Mine's a little bit different too, man. I tried to like stick to ones that, he's gonna do some Zeppelin, he's gonna do some Hendrix, but I thought of other songs that I would just like to hear him do.
Now, just to be sure, I did the same thing. I picked a song or two that I'm not sure that he was inspired or influenced by this band,
Right.
but I want to hear this song. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with my first one. These are just songs that I think I could hear Ace doing. Okay, and my first song is "Holiday in the Sun" by the Sex Pistols.
Nice. That'd be cool.
Now,
I like that.
I had heard Skid Row cover that way back in the 80s,
Right.
but I always thought, man, that it sounds a lot. Ace could do Sex Pistols. Bless
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry,
Corona.
excuse me. It's
Yeah.
here.
That would work because Jonesy's got kind of a similar tone to Ace guitar wise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I can see it. That'd be cool.
All right.
Who's
so,
singing it though? Like, who's gonna sing it?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Anybody in the band other than Ace. Let's do Ryan. Let me tell you, Ryan is a great singer.
All right.
Ryan's a great singer.
Yeah.
We'll just the other guys sing very well too. But when Ryan was in Big Rock Show, he sang almost everything that I've seen them play live probably 6 times. He on the cruises, and he's a great singer. So we'll just have Ryan. Ryan sings all the songs. Ace is obviously the lead. So yeah.
Joe, I think you sent this clip to us this week. Did you see the clip where Ace could not remember the guys in his band's name?
Yeah.
I did send that to you.
And those
He
guys
said
are great. He's unbelievable. He really
He
is.
said he's terrible with names. I was like, oh, Ace.
It's his own band. What do you mean he's terrible? It's like, yeah, you can't remember the guy you meet on the street every day, but the guy at the local deli, maybe you don't remember. His band?
Oh, the guy at the local deli is important. What are you talking about?
You're right. I forgot, Flintstone. You're right.
All right, how about this, Jody? You go next.
All right, so I'm going to get my obligatory Hendrix song out of the way because he's going to do one. And I think he should do Crosstown Traffic. It's one of the greatest Hendrix songs, and not quite as well known as like you'd think he'd probably do like Hey Joe or fucking Purple Haze. But Crosstown Traffic fucking rips, and it would be killer if Ace did it, as long as someone else sang it too. Like, I don't really want Ace singing any of these songs either,
And I love Ace's singing.
I like it on his songs, but on covers,
his songs,
yeah, it's not so great.
I don't, because in your head, don't you think that we just have this specific way we know the song's gonna sound, and then Ace does it, and you're like, oh no.
I will say that I was pretty surprised at how good he sang "Good Times, Bad Times." I mean, Plant's kind of hard to sing, but Ace really did a good job on that one. I was really surprised.
I did like that one.
Yeah, I was shocked. Is a better word. Yeah,
Joey.
So like I said, I'm going to go with all the unreleased Ace demos. To me, I like the new Ace stuff, but to me, it's just a little bit too heavy to me. It's too, he's trying to be someone that he's not. Back in those early 80 days, and you can even go back to, his Dynasty Unmasked days, he had such a pop element to all his songs. And all of his demos right after he left Kiss, before Frehley's Comet even came out, are so pop influenced that it's a crime that they're not released. Most of them are actually really great quality. And if it's okay, I'm going to share the links to each of these demos on the chat, and I'll even try to share them on the YouTube chat if I can get on there. But the first one I want to go to, and I don't know if you guys have heard all of these songs, so it's going to be a little weird, but I'll share the links to all of these songs. The first one is called Wired Up. It's a great, super cool Ace track, super fun melody. Just Ace at his best in these early 80s songs. They're so pop influenced. I'll share the link for the viewers.
Cool. I can't say that I've heard any of his demo stuff. I need to go and listen
really?
to it.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be a full record of this demo stuff. You're gonna love it. I guarantee you'll love it more than his last 3 records.
See, but I'm just like we were talking about earlier. I'm lazy. I don't want to search this stuff up. If I could walk into a store and buy it, great. If I probably have it all now that I think about it on our
the Gear Cap files.
The files.
Yeah, everything's in there, man.
I haven't gotten to that yet. Sonny, Sonny's going to be awesome. He gets really deep here. That's what she said. But go ahead.
Nice. Whoa. All right. So I took a more traditional approach to what Ace has been doing. I've always had an issue with some of the songs that he picks. I don't want him singing everything, but I think there's some things he can sing. And then my thing is, take what he's already doing and try to make it better. So it'll all kind of come together at the end. You'll understand what I'm talking about. And then what I did was I made a playlist because I would say more than half these songs you guys probably never heard. That's why I wanted to send you the playlist so you could take a quick listen to them. My first song is Shotgun by Vanilla Fudge, and I got Carmine playing drums on the track, right? So he's kind of involved. And I got Ace and Ryan sharing the vocal because there's part of the vocal that Ace probably can't quite do because, Mark singing is pretty cool. You got to take the wah pedal out of it too because you don't really hear Ace doing a lot of wah pedal, right? So it's going to have to be a little more straight ahead, and you got to take the keyboard solo out. So the song is probably about 2 minutes too long anyway. So Ace is going to make a little cut to it, and we're going to rock it up a little bit, and we're going to start with Shotgun.
Nice.
I love that pick. And Carmine could still play too. I'd love to hear. That's the other thing too. I'd love to hear more guest players. I love Ace's band. Don't get me wrong, but a guy like Carmine, I would love to see do stuff with Ace too. That'd be so much fun.
We've talked about that before. How, Carlos Santana, in order for him to get a hit record, he had to do it with a bunch of people that were relevant. And, Ace had a hit. Ace's record's a hit. You can't, anything that's in the top 10, that's a hit, right? Or what do they consider a hit? Top 50, top 100? How does that work?
At least top 40, right? That's something.
Yeah, I think he probably only sold, 20,000 albums, maybe?
Yeah, that doesn't matter anymore. When you talk about top 20, top 40, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's cool to say that you were in the top 40 and stuff, but it's not like being if you compare a top 40 hit now or top 40 record now to a top 40 record in 1988, you're talking about a million records to maybe 10,000 records.
Right.
Well, yeah, but Joey, you've only been here on our show for a short amount of time, but one thing we have found out is that people the country artists still sell a million.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the rock, and I think even the rap doesn't sell as much as it used to, because people can,
Well, it's streaming. You got to look at Spotify numbers, like Sonny does on those games. If you're in the top 20 on Spotify, that's something. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. That means that people are already checking you out. All right, so next for me was Brown Sugar.
Nice.
He does Stones, so I like Brown Sugar, even though
I like Brown Sugar.
I know you do.
I can't imagine that song getting released today, but I love the song.
No, it's like I'll tell you this: the thing about that song is I still meet people that have no idea what that song is about, and it's played on the radio all the time still, and I'm like, good Lord, that is. But still, Brown Sugar because Stones. Jody.
I'm gonna get to some of the obligatory ones. This is in no particular order, but we'll go with Zeppelin. I think he should do something that rocks by Zeppelin, like "Livin' Lovin' Maid." Killer riff, totally rocking. One of the best Zeppelin tunes. A little bit overplayed, maybe, but it still kicks ass. And Ace could kill that riff, So yeah,
cool.
I love that one.
Cool. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that song. I'm so bad.
Yes, you have.
I may have.
Oh my God!
No, man. We'll get into that later off the air. I don't need any letters. Joey.
So again, I'm going unreleased Ace demos. I just posted the first demo wired up. This one is called "I Got the Touch." It's again, so it's very keyboard heavy. I'll give you a quick little listen, even though we may get shut down. You're talking about choruses.
Very poppy.
it's super poppy, super melodic. All of Ace's early stuff from the early 80s, which I'm running through his origins, is all of this type of stuff. It's all like Talk to Me and, two sides of the coin, all that type of stuff, those pop influences. So the second one is called I Got the Touch.
Yeah, that one reminds me of like What's on Your Mind.
Yes, exactly.
Killer.
Because
Yeah, I
Joey,
like that
he's
one.
got like 4 years to collect this stuff, right? Because we're really talking, 82 to 86, somewhere in there?
Yeah, all the stuff. I mean, most of this stuff, when I did my research for this week's episode, most of the stuff seems like it's around 83, 84. So, I'm assuming that he started doing it right after, he left Kiss. And then, Frehley's Comet kind of starts up around 85, 80. When did the first Frehley's Comet come out? 86?
7, I think.
Is it 87?
Yeah.
So I think we're talking 84, 85, 86 are the years that I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
Sonny.
Okay, so I went with a Doors tune next, People Are Strange. So one of the things I was trying to do with all my songs was not only try to go find stuff that either Ace could rock up or sing, but I also wanted to kind of have his personality in it, right? And People Are Strange fits his personality a little bit. And I actually have Ace doing the vocal, but I got the Hammond out and I got distorted guitar replacing it, so it crunches it up a little bit. So it's all those, because I think when Ace takes a song and crunches it up a little bit, when you go back and listen to the original, you're like, ugh, right, when he does it well. So I think he could do People Are Strange well.
That'd be cool.
That's actually a great pick.
All right, so my Beatles song is way off the path. And the only reason I picked this song is because I really like this song. I'm not a huge Beatles fan. As a matter of fact, if I had to choose between like two Rockets, one had Vinnie Vincent in it and one had the Beatles in it, I would probably still shoot Vinnie Vincent into outer space. But I'm just not a big Beatles fan. But I love the really early stuff. And that's my main focus when it comes to the Beatles. However, I think it would be fun to hear Ace play with his band Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club. It just would be different, I think.
Yeah. And it kind of ties back to Hendrix a little bit.
It does.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Joey, did you know that Kiss was asked to be the bad guy in the bad guys in that movie?
And why did they turn it down again? What was the story?
They didn't want to be the bad guys.
Is that really why?
They were superheroes.
Yeah.
What year was that?
Like 77 or 78.
8. I think it was 8.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? If they would have been in that, do you think it changes the course of history at all? Does it change Kiss Meets the Phantom? Does it change anything?
Did it help Aerosmith? That's the question.
But it didn't hurt them either, right?
No, I guess not.
No one ever mentions that hurting them, Yeah,
I think it's just, I think it probably has less to do with being the bad guy and more to do about being second fiddle. Right? You're the biggest band in the world, and you're going to be second fiddle to these other guys.
Yeah, but we're still talking about the Beatles and Paul and Gene and Ace and Peter.
But
do you want to be in Sgt. Pepper? And that's got. I wonder if it was hard.
Yeah, but wasn't like Cheap Trick the good guys though?
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't going to be second bill to Cheap Trick.
Yeah.
No, that's true. Okay, Jody.
Okay, so I got a Free song because apparently Ace really likes Free, but I went Wishing Well. So much better than the Fire and Water that he's done. It's a great fucking riff. Most of my songs have killer riffs. I would be down with Paul singing it, or Todd Kearns, or anybody. Ryan Cook, whoever's going to sing it, but not Ace.
Joey.
Bring in Sebastian, whoever.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, I get it that Ace obviously is, he's never the best singer in the world, and he's even not the singer he was back in '78, obviously, or the Frehley's Comet records. But something still about I want to hear, even though it's subpar, hearing a cover by Ace Frehley and Ace is not singing. It doesn't have the same feel to me like as the Santana record. even though it's not going to be a great vocal, I still think I want to hear Ace sing. You know what I mean? It just, to me, it's just fitting. I don't know why. Okay. So my third pick is this is probably one of the most popular Ace demos out there. This is one of my favorite songs. It's called Back in My Arms. It's one of my favorite Ace songs. I'll play a quick snippet. We don't have to worry about copyright with this stuff, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, that stuff's pretty layered. So he did professional recordings for this.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should do a show on that. I guess that'll be something that we do soon.
Yeah, all of the ones that I picked, these are like, I mean, obviously there are different versions on YouTube and stuff, and there's obviously qualities up and down on them, but all of them are pretty much finished demos, finished tracks. That's why I would never even want him to re-record these. I would want him to release these, whether it's just an unreleased, Frehley's Comet record or an Ace Frehley record, or I would love it to be an Origins 3 where this is the origins of Ace's solo career right here. This is his first crack at being a solo artist, all of these tracks. And if you master them all the same way and kind of get all the levels up on all of them pretty much to match if you play the record straight through, I think it could be a killer record.
Oh, yeah.
Sonny.
Okay, so my third song, you may have not have heard it before. That's one of the ones I wanted to send you. It's called Albert Flasher by the Guess Who. It was released in '71. It's got a little honky tonk flair, so you kind of got to get that out of it and put some distorted guitar in. I think Ace can do that vocal too, but it's very much the type of stuff Ace was listening to, so I figured he could do it. And it's kind of a kitschy song, and Ace seems to pull off those kind of raw, not too polished type of songwriting type of things, and this is one of those.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I don't know that song.
I have a lot of music to listen to.
I didn't listen to your playlist, Sonny, because I didn't want to know what you were picking. I didn't even go to it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have it skew mine in case we had something the same,
Oh yeah. I got you.
I'm gonna listen to it later though.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Oh, my next one is Black Dog.
There's no way Ace could sing that, dude.
Huh?
Sorry, Joey, but there's no way Ace could sing that.
Yeah, no, but again, I agree.
He could play it though, and it would sound kick-ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just I get it, but it just, to me, I don't know. If I hear an Ace Frehley record, obviously I know the Frehley's Comet stuff with Todd Howarth. I love all the Todd Howarth songs, but it's not an Ace Frehley solo record to me if Ace is not singing.
Right.
It doesn't have the same vibe for me. I don't know.
I feel that way about the originals, but on covers, there's just some things he can't.
Yeah, you might be right.
I mean, I'm picturing him singing Black Dog. I mean, how would that sound?
No
hey, mama. I can't do it. But yeah.
To be serious, there's maybe 10 guys that can actually pull that off, probably.
Yeah.
There's not that many that can pull it off.
True.
Robert can't do it. So, there's not that many guys that can do it.
I get that guy from the Black Crowes. You ever heard him sing Zeppelin? He sounds exactly like Robert Plant. It's nuts.
They have that whole entire Zeppelin show with Jimmy Page on guitar, right? It is
unbelievable.
Amazing. Yes,
yeah.
Amazing.
I could not believe that when I heard it.
Incredible.
He doesn't sound like Plant usually, Crazy. That would be awesome though.
Jody, next.
I went with the Sweet, great fucking band. He did Fox on the Run, but I think he should have done Turn It Down. You ever heard that song? Fucking rips.
Of course.
It has a killer riff. And
I'm terrible.
Ace doing that riff would totally smoke. And I always feel like Ace picks a lot of cool bands with the wrong song. You know what I mean?
I agree. I have a feeling sometimes he doesn't even pick. I feel like someone goes, hey, you should do blah, blah, blah. He goes, yeah, all right.
Exactly.
Yeah, how's that go? What do I start with?
The key for Ace is to just give him a song in A. He likes A.
Yeah. I'm the same way, except it's D. Joey.
Joe likes the D, folks. You hear him?
Oh.
It's okay.
So again, obviously, I'm sticking with the Ace demos. This is another super popular one. Again, I'm assuming anyone who listens to this show or Kiss podcasts, most of them are familiar with these types of songs. There are a couple oddballs on here, but this next one is like a very popular one in the Ace community. It's called Audio Video.
Classic.
So I'll give you a little clip. And they're all good quality. So this was, I used to get, there was a place, I lived in Brooklyn for a long time. I lived in Manhattan for a long time. There was a place on, and I'm not sure if you guys ever got a chance to visit it, on West 8th Street in Manhattan called It's Only Rock and Roll. Have you guys ever been there? Have you ever heard of it? So this is like a famous, it was right across the street from where Electric Lady used to be. This is a famous, like, when I was growing up, it was basically a Kiss store. It had so much Kiss stuff in it. But it was mainly a bootleg store. You could go in and buy bootleg vinyls, bootleg cassettes. I still have like old bootleg vinyls of, Kiss shows from the 70s and stuff like that. And I used to go in there every week, and there used to be Ace demos for sale on cassette. And I used to gobble them up and go crazy over them because this is right before Frehley's Comet came out. So I was eating this stuff up. Like, this is the only Ace material that I had ever heard outside, of course, the 78 solo album. So this song, Audio Video, is one of the most popular, I remember, in like the tape trading community.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Sonny.
My fourth one. So I had a choice between two, and Brad actually mentioned it. I was going to go with Cocaine by Eric Clapton, but I decided against it and went with Call Me Lightning instead, which is a Who song. It was actually never on an album. It was only a single. He can't sing Roger Daltrey, that's for sure. So I got Eric Singer actually doing the vocal. So he's bringing a Kiss member in. And then there's this vocal part where there's this like dum 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 thing. Like you would replace that with a guitar lick. It's like I think there's so many songs out there. Like if you think about Hungry Like the Wolf by Duran Duran.
Oh yeah.
Just take that little doot 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 and just make it a guitar lick, and you could rock that song up, and it would be a heavy metal song, right? So there's so many of those out there that the pop sensibility of it is really just in a vocal melody that you could replace with probably a guitar lick, and this is one of those. And it's called "Call Me Lightning." Come on.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, so my next song is so this is where I decided to go and make a left turn and pick songs from bands that were inspired by Ace. So maybe their origins were Ace, and I picked Talk Dirty to Me by Poison. And maybe Brett sings that song. But the lick is very Cheap Trick.
Yeah.
He could definitely
like she's tight.
Yeah, he could definitely play that.
Ace can sing that song. You don't need Brett.
I would want to see Ace sing that. Ace can sing that one.
It would be cool, though. I think it would be cool to hear that.
Baby, talk dirty to me.
To me?
Oh, God. All right, let's move on. Jody.
All right, I have a little bit of Alice Cooper because Ace always talks about how he had Paul Soft Cooper's band and really dug on that. And I thought, which one could he do, man? I think he should do Be My Lover. You know that song? It's a good one.
I do know that song.
Yeah. I think Ace could do it really well. It's kind of the same progression as Do You that he's done before, but I think he would do it.
Did he do any Alice Cooper on the first two?
I don't remember.
No, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a great choice. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't.
Yeah.
Nope.
Really Cooper was great, man.
Yep. Let's see, Joey.
So again, sticking with the theme here, my next one it's again, for me, just because I grew up on all these songs, these are almost all of these I was very familiar with. And I think, besides Joe, who doesn't even know Zeppelin songs, most of the people out there, I think, would be familiar with these songs. I know I was as a kid because I was a big bootleg kid, growing up in New York. So this one's called The Girl Can't Dance.
Yeah.
Again, it's very synthy. And Ace's vocal back then, especially because he was writing it for this style, it just fits this. It fits back then.
It sounds like something that would be in a montage in a 1980s movie.
Yeah, it sounds like something Robert Palmer could have made a hit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I think, even you could see Ace's, songwriting really changing too. After the 78 album, a little bit on Dynasty. And then when you got to Unmasked, Ace was super poppy. And then going into this stuff into the 80s, I don't know if Ace would have fit on Creatures looking back. Ace was very much into synths and poppy choruses and melodic stuff. I don't know if he would have fit into that heavy, Creatures, Lick It Up, Kiss.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. Sonny.
Yeah, I was also thinking all that synth stuff he's doing would have been huge on MTV because he would have been labeled rock, right? He would have been unmasked. He missed a huge opportunity to be, and MTV didn't have very many videos in 82, 83, 84. He would have been played over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened. I mean, I'm sure I don't know the stories, like the origins of Ace back in these years. Yeah, but was he even? He's obviously demoing all this stuff, but was he searching for a deal and couldn't find one? I can't imagine that someone wouldn't have taken a chance in these early 80 years rather than 87, like you said, when Frehley's Comet came out, because at that point you have the hair metal bands who are all in their young 20s. It was hard for Frehley's Comet to compete, but as you said, these early 80 years where he would have went the synth route, I think he could have fit in as a solo artist.
Yeah.
He could have been like the next Don Henley or something,
Yeah.
Because, if you think about, like, songs from Flock of Seagulls or Thomas Dolby, or some of those songs were huge.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They had a little bit of guitar and they had a little bit of synth, right? So,
and
none of those guys are exactly Pavarotti either.
All of this stuff has a lot of synth elements, but you still hear Ace's solos. Ace is still in there too.
Yeah.
Can you see Ace playing a guitar in a video?
Totally. That Washburn he had kind of looks like one.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's funny that you said the Washburn. Like a lot of the video, people made videos of this stuff on YouTube. Yeah. If you go to my links, a lot of the videos have clips of him in those Washburn years with that, that lightning bolt.
Yeah.
It looks just like the sound that you're hearing on these demos.
Yeah, totally.
Right. Yeah.
I've been looking for that AF40 forever. I can't find one.
No?
I've always wanted to buy one.
That would be cool.
Yeah, to sit on your wall and never play.
That's right.
What in the world?
I think there was a black one and a red one released, wasn't there?
I've only seen I've seen the black and white, and then the reverse one, which is white and black. I've never seen a red one.
They had a red and black one too.
I think that's what I saw too. Yeah.
All right, so my fifth song is "Easy Living" by Uriah Heep. It's from 1972. And again, it's got a lot of Hammond because it's the early 70s. It's a pretty cool, little kitschy Uriah Heep song. I'm not a huge Uriah Heep fan, but, with Lee Kerslake passing recently, I figured it'd be a good tribute. And he plays drums on this. And then Ace can't do this vocal, so we got Todd coming back and doing the vocal. So Todd Howarth is doing this vocal.
Nice.
I like that.
Cool.
Yeah,
I like that idea too.
Okay, so my next song is Highway to Hell by AC/DC.
You know that one, bro? You've heard that one?
Have mercy. I only have one thing to say to you.
Oh, there he goes.
He's heard that one, Back in Black, and Shook Me All Night Long.
I'm a guitar teacher. I teach plenty of AC/DC stuff. Every time a kid comes in and goes, "Let's learn Back in Black," I always go, it'd be more fun. Hell's Bells.
Yeah. A lot of Rosie.
A whole lot of Rosie. I don't even teach that one. I teach Hell's Bells, and I have a student that went out to his mom and goes, "Mom, I'm learning this song by AC/DC. It's called Heck Bells."
No way.
Because he didn't want to say hell. I thought it was awesome.
I think that's a good pick, but I think Ace doing AC/DC would actually be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Let's see. Jody.
Okay, so now this one is going a little bit further back. There was music before Zeppelin to Ace, and I'm pretty positive he liked the Kinks because he did Lola. Sort of, but I think
Lola
he should have
was
done
on the album.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did Lola.
I think he should have done "I Need You," one of the best Kinks songs like ever. You know that song, Joe? Of course you don't, but man, it rules. It's a great one. It sounds like every Kinks song. It has the
messed up thing is I have all my mom's old records, and the Kinks are in there. That was her first concert, and I do not.
The Kinks covered that Van Halen song. You really got me.
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
And Weird Al,
Van
Yoda.
Halen song or a Kinks song? I don't.
No, that's Van Halen. Of course.
No, don't. Whatever. I'm not that gullible. Okay, Joey.
So again, sticking with my theme, this is actually one that I wasn't that familiar with. I had heard it a couple times, but it's called "Baby It's You." Again, I'll give you a quick little clip. Again, you can hear all this stuff in like 80s movies and soundtracks, and Ace is such a great songwriter back then. And again, it's still his Ace vocals, but they kind of fit with this pop sensibility type stuff back then.
That really made me think of Tom Petty. You Got Lucky. I don't know. It was really
totally
weird.
Do you guys think though that if Ace did come out with these songs and it was so far removed from like the Kiss sound, it was more new wave, that it was like going to be a problem for all the Kiss fans, or you think that people would have followed him through with it?
They would have followed through and then complained about it once they got the record.
And I think you get a whole new set of fans too.
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. I think the songs are so. Again, I'll post the whole entire playlist together at the end of all this, and you guys can give it a listen. But the songs are so catchy, so hooky. All the stuff that he was doing back then. I think even though at first Kiss fans might have been turned off because it was poppy, I think they would have loved it, and created a new fan base.
Yeah,
he could have broke out. No, go ahead.
Sonny.
All right, so there's got to be a Jimi Hendrix song. I picked Foxy Lady because I think Ace would kill that vocal, and I got Bruce helping him with the guitar, right? So as soon as Ace says Foxy Lady, Bruce says wah, 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 right? Because you got to have somebody that's going to do the wah, and really Ace isn't going to do that. So
didn't we see them do that in Indy?
Yeah,
was that Indy?
Yeah, it was good.
It was sweet, yeah.
Remember,
it
it had
good.
that ending that lasted 42
Oh my
hours,
God.
60 minutes.
My
everybody
ears
did a
was starting
solo.
to bleed, dude.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
it was still a lot of fun. Let's see. My next all right, so now from here I picked one more song that's older, and then everything else is more of a newer with finger quotes in the air. And I did pick an Alice Cooper song too. Cool. And I picked School's Out because I thought it would be a good Ace song,
Yeah, that could be cool.
Because I know he can't think of a word that rhymes either.
It's easy. School's out. School's out for summer. School's out. It's a bummer. I don't know.
We got no principle. I can't even think of a word that rhymes. Anyway, all right. So School's Out. Alice Cooper, because I do know he was an Alice Cooper fan. Let's see. Jody.
This is another more obscure one. You might know it, Joe. I don't know. But the Sonics, dude, doing Shot Down. That's another kind of garagey ripper that Ace could totally tear up, I think. I don't know if you know that one, but
Nope.
it's really good. It's really good.
As hell now. I'm learning more.
I'm hoping that
in
Sonny's
this show.
taking notes. Sonny, you can make like 4 Spotify playlists for us. Maybe.
Just tag them to me and I'll make them.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Because I don't know shit about shit when it comes to music. If it's not Kiss, it doesn't matter. Let's see, Joey.
So again, sticking with my theme, this is one of the songs that it's an early Frehley's Comet demo, but it's a Richie Scarlett vocal. And what I would love to do is maybe have Peter sing it instead. Grab Peter and throw him on this vocal. Kind of leave the song as is and kind of have Peter re-record the vocal because he kind of has that Richie Scarlett scratch a little bit. But it's another great song. It's called "I Heard an Angel." They just immediately start out with hooks. It's great.
Yeah.
And they're all polished. They're all great. They're like, it reminds me of like Corey Hart. You remember Corey Hart?
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff it reminds me of. It reminds me because Corey Hart was poppy, but it was still a little rock sensibilities to it.
Yeah.
So that one's called "I Heard an Angel," and I would bring maybe Peter in to sing it.
That'd be awesome.
Sonny.
All right, so my next song is "Ramblin' Gamblin' Man." I don't know if you've ever heard this song, but it's a Bob Seger tune, right?
That's the best Bob Seger tune of all, I think.
Yeah, and I'm
song.
actually bringing three worlds together here because you may not know Glenn Frey played acoustic guitar on the original recording in '69. So I've got Deacon Frey playing acoustic guitar as a tribute, and I got Peter singing the tune since everybody thought he could be the next Bob Seger. So now he can prove it. We add a guitar solo, kick the Hammond to the curb, and put guitar in, and we're good to go.
Oh, yeah. That'd be awesome, dude.
Yeah, I love it.
I love that song.
Okay, so are you guys getting?
Yeah.
No, that's me. When I try to post, I keep leaving the volume on. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just making sure. I was like, is that coming through in my headphones? All right. So then the rest of my songs are more people influenced by Ace Frehley. My next song is my favorite Motley Crue song, and that's "Too Young to Fall in Love." Not Ace singing.
Love that song. Oh, but he could sing that
He
song.
can sing Vince Neil, dude. Vince Neil can't sing either. Fuck it. You know?
What are you laughing about, Sonny?
The speed that the verse vocal comes in on that. Ace would be like, where are we at? Humana, yeah. Too young to fall in love. Too young. Fall in love. Because he's always going to be late. He's going to be a half step late every time.
I wish I could. My problem is I wish I could sit here and go, no, but I can't. So, but here's the thing. Let's be fair though. If there's any people that could whip that guy into shape, it's the band he's got now.
Yeah,
so,
of course. Yeah.
But they played on the Kiss cruise, and Ace sang "Dark Light," and I think he sang the same verse like 19 times. He really needed help with that. Okay, Jody.
My next pick is a song by the Nazz, dude. And I remember I used to have this like bootleg Kiss tape up. They were on the radio somewhere. I think it was Seattle. But they came back from like playing a song, and Ace was talking about how he really liked this song. And it was the Nazz doing Open My Eyes. And if you've ever heard this song, it's another one that's totally Ace riff. He'd rip that song up, man. I don't know about singing it, of course, but that goes without saying. But yeah, the Nazz, man. Open My Eyes.
About music, apparently. I don't know anything.
Sonny's going to hook you up, dude.
I'm a total cliche of what an MTV kid is now. I was brainwashed into only liking the stuff that MTV wanted me to hear. And
I like all that stuff too, though, man. That shit ruled. But I live in a town where like radio was a big deal. Like KC, Relentless, playing all this stuff that like is regional, Like other markets weren't playing a lot of that shit. But like if you live around here, it's considered a classic, It's weird.
Yeah. I'm getting chewed up online about my Crew and Poison picks. Let's just keep going.
Next?
That's one of, if not my favorite Motley Crue song too. I love that song.
Okay, who cares? Joey? Well, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm just teasing you. Go ahead. I got to show you. You go ahead and tell him your pick. I got to show you what I got in the mail. Go.
So, again, this is another Ace song. The good thing about my picks, too, is he really will not have to re-record anything. He could just take all this, even if he doesn't have master copies anymore, grab the versions online, dump them into a mastering, system, master them up, clean them up, make them playable again, and he can almost release these as is. So you'll still get that old, really cool Ace vocal. That's what I love. So this next one's called 1+1. It's another, I think it was another popular one back in the 80s.
Wasn't this song Live +1?
No, that's Words Are Not Enough, right?
Oh, that's right.
Just a little bit more rocking, but it's
Yeah.
still pop, sensibilities. And it's his old vocal, you know what I mean? Listen.
I've heard this a lot. I don't know where I heard it though.
Yeah, I've heard this too.
Yeah. I don't know where I heard it.
If I heard it, it's been released.
No, it's a demo. It's an Ace demo, 1985 or 6, I think.
Oh.
Interesting.
1+1. Again, it's super clean. I don't even know who's on them. I'm going to assume Anton's on a lot of them, but I'm not even positive who the musicians are. But I got to assume Ace has all the rights to all this stuff. I'm not sure why, he wouldn't just release all of it. It's such an easy record to make.
Because Rachel has it all.
Did any of those tapes sell, by the way?
I don't know.
I'm not really sure.
Are you buying any, Joe? Are you going to buy some of those tapes?
I'm not buying anything. I'm going to show you what came in the mail. I got. This is for if we can ever get together. I got 4 bottles.
Oh yeah.
What does
nice.
it say?
A little bit of the bubbly.
Oh, okay.
It's the Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
I was actually supposed to be I was actually supposed to be coming home today from his 50th from his 50th birthday party last night.
Oh yeah.
I was supposed to play it, and obviously with COVID, the Eric Martin band still played it. They just got to fill in for me. I couldn't do it. It was I'm still not traveling and doing that stuff yet, so I was supposed to be there with him last night, drinking a lot of the bubbly from the pictures that I've seen.
Yeah. The so I was supposed to be on the Kiss cruise right now.
Right.
So this is the first year that I've hung out with you guys around this time of year.
I was just thinking that earlier.
In
That's
years.
crazy.
Okay, so who's next? Sonny's next, right?
Yeah. So my next one is a song called Everybody Loves a Clown. It's the oldest song I got on my list. It was released in 1965 by a band called Gary Lewis and the Playboys.
Playboys,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So here's the first verse. Everybody loves a clown, so why don't you? Everybody laughs at the things I say and do. They all laugh when they see me coming, but you don't laugh. You just go home running. Everyone loves a clown, so why can't you? A clown has feelings too.
Aww.
That's got Ace written all over it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Ace has got to do the vocal.
Yeah.
Why
That'd
do
be cool.
I know that 1+1 song, man?
It was on Loaded Deck. It was a
it
song
is?
on Loaded Deck. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, was that on Loaded Deck?
Yeah.
By who did it?
He did it, I guess. I don't know.
I thought Loaded Deck was a tribute. No.
No, it's his. It's like a greatest
Oh.
hits. Yeah.
It was like a bonus track or something.
Yeah, I think so.
All
I
right,
remember.
now I'll piss everybody off with my next choice.
Winger, 17.
Faster Pussycat, Bathroom Wall.
You picked Wigger. That's what I picked. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Nelson After the Rain.
No.
Kiss Me Deadly, lead it forward.
No.
Jeremy, Pearl Jam?
Here you guys get. Okay, just go ahead and get mad.
Teen Spirit.
I picked Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
I think that's a riff that Ace could blow right through, play his own solo maybe, instead of the one that's just a melody.
Yeah.
And he could definitely sing that one if he wanted to. But people don't know it, but Kurt Cobain was a huge Kiss fan. If you ever get a chance, go online. The Melvins own a van that Kurt sat next to and drew their faces all on the door and everything, and they covered
Do You Love Me? Yeah.
Do You Love Me on the was it the Bleach album?
I don't know. I think it was on one of those tribute records. But did you know that, like, on the back of Nevermind, there's a picture of Love Gun?
Love Gun's in there, but it's it looks like fire.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell
Really?
if you know what you're looking for.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go ahead and open that up, it's like fire, and if you look, Joey, being a Kiss fan, you'll recognize it.
You'll
just like
see it
that.
right. Like, yeah.
Wow. I
You'll
gotta
see
look,
it.
yeah.
You have to
and
own a Nirvana album first, right?
Yeah,
No,
That's
I'll
one of
look,
the
I'll look
problems,
online. Yeah, I don't have it either. I'll look online.
yeah.
Go to the Walmart clearance bin. I'm sure there's some in there.
Yeah.
I'll look
Just
tomorrow.
damn. All right, Let's see. How much crap am I getting? All right. Let's see. Next, Jody.
I got Blue Cheer, Out of Focus. Another one with a killer riff that's kind of like a very Kiss-like riff, you know? Ace would tear it up.
I don't know that.
It's a
Check it
mid
out.
'70s song, right?
It's like 68, I think.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's on their first record. It's pretty killer. It's pretty garagey, real fuzzy guitar. Pretty badass. Ace would tear it up, though, for sure. I don't know who's singing it, but yeah.
I don't know shit about music, apparently. I'm really learning. I don't know anything.
Sonny's going to
Joey.
hook you up with a playlist, man. You'll have some good listening.
You will know my last two. You won't know my next two, but you'll know my last two. I
Okay,
promise.
go ahead.
Sonny, where can I hear that Loaded Deck Ace Frehley? Is that on Spotify or no?
I don't know. I have it. If you can't find it on Spotify, let me know. I'll email it to you.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So my
Wait,
next
you have
one
your
is
last two? Sorry, Joey. Sonny, did you say you only have two left? Because I have three left.
No,
Yes,
I have four left.
Okay.
But he'll only know two of them. He won't know the other two.
Okay.
I have three left. This is my 10th, I think. I don't know where we.
No, you should have four left too.
Nope, I have three. Someone skipped something. I've been going in order.
Okay, just go. It's okay.
So this one's called. Let's see, hold on. Where is it? This one's called "I'm an Animal." It's also a Richie Scarlett song, but again, maybe have Peter come in to sing it. Maybe someone else in his band. Maybe someone else. Maybe even like a Paul or Gene come in to kind of. It's not playing, but I'm not getting the track up. But it's another cool song. It's again, the Scarlett stuff is not as cool as the Ace stuff. But I had 10 really good Ace songs. It was hard for me to find two more really good demo quality wise, so I threw the two Richie Scarlett ones in too.
Yeah.
Cool. Sonny.
All right. We know Ace is a big Animals fan, so I picked "Help Me Girl," which is Eric Burdon and the Animals song. It's the Animals kind of weird because Eric Burdon went solo for a minute, then came back, and then the band name changed. Blah blah blah. But it also needs some distorted guitar because we're talking about late '60s. So Ace can do this vocal though, no problem. But he can probably do 98% of everything the Animals do, probably.
All right.
Cool.
I don't know if I know that one, man.
Yeah, "Help Me Girl."
I'm starting to feel like Joe over here.
Yeah, in your face. Let's see. My next song, I picked Guns N' Roses. And it is my favorite Guns N' Roses song.
It's so easy.
No,
Patience?
No.
1 in a million.
Joey, you want to take a guess?
Favorite Guns N' Roses song?
Yeah.
Night Train?
I Think About You.
Ooh, I like that one too.
Ooh, I do.
Very good. I love that song, I Think About You, and I think that it would be very good for him to do. And he can't sing it, though.
No, he cannot.
Somebody else needs to do it. Let's see.
I'd like to hear him do that end bit where it's like Axl's carrying it on, you know? That'd be cool.
Jody.
My next song is from the female Ace Frehley. It's Joan Jett doing "I'm Gonna Run Away." That song sounds like it's just like a Kiss tune. You know, the riff has it's a Kiss tune. "Runaway." It's on "I Love Rock and Roll." You know that song, Joe?
I don't, but why do you think that Joan Jett hasn't sung on one of his records yet?
I don't know.
We've had Lita, of course.
I think it's because I do think it's because when I think they hit on her back in the 70s when they were like, you know, cohorts, and I think Joan is probably still pissed about it. She didn't want no dick. Yeah,
but I mean, who knew? Did they know? I mean, you know.
I think Ace can sing anything Joan can sing.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought that they kind of sound the same, you know.
Yeah, I like that comparison to female Ace Frehley. That's pretty close.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
And,
so that "I'm Gonna Run Away." You guys know that one? It's really kissy.
I don't
riff.
know it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. And you know,
Did
I think Ace could
the
kill it.
Runaways ever open for Kiss?
I don't know. I think I read somewhere that they kind of like had some dealings with each other in different places.
I doubt it because I think the timing's off.
Why? What year were the Runaways?
78, 79, right?
So they just, you don't think they were big enough to open in those years, or?
The Runaways were even before that. I think the first Runaways is like 76, dude.
Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't know they were
They
that
toured
old.
with the Ramones in 77.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So, yeah. Who knows?
I've only watched that movie, The Runaways, one time. It depressed me so bad I almost jumped off the roof of my house. It really is sad. It's a sad ass movie.
I
liked
haven't seen it. Is it a good movie?
It's
It's good.
It's pretty good.
It's sad.
It's pretty good.
but
I liked it.
Yeah. And then it has the girl in it that loves vampires. She plays
And Wolfman.
Jet and Wolfman, yeah. Okay, Joey.
So my next one is another Ace demo. I think it's 1984. This one's called "I Will Survive." It's not the disco hit.
Gloria Gaynor, here we go.
I would love to hear the Gloria Gaynor version.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I don't even know like who produced this stuff for him. I'm not sure if it's ever been out there. Like I'm not sure if he was working with Eddie Kramer at these times or.
Huh.
Again, just straight ahead. This one's not as poppy as the others, but I kind of ended the record with a little bit more rocking songs, rather than the hits where I would kind of overload the front load of the CD.
Yeah. Did Ace still have his studio at that time, or was that already gone?
I think he still have it around these years. I'm not sure. When did he move?
I don't know.
So maybe these are all tracked in the was it Ace in the Hole? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
The underground one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because a lot of these sound like they could be drum machines or stuff like that. So I'm not sure, who we had playing on these. If it's just him laying down these tracks, it's something to. I'm surprised it's never really been brought up, in whether it's in podcasting or interviews with Ace before.
Yeah, I'd like to know myself. Get him on here, Joe.
I'm on it. He's watching now.
Yeah.
Ace.
Sonny.
Okay, so my next song, I got 3 left, and the last 2, Ace is singing the vocals. So my next song is "Let Your Love Go" by Bread, but he can't sing that vocal because it's hard to sing. It's hard to sing David Gates. So I got Robin Zander coming back. So Robin Zander is going to come back and do this vocal, so it sounds good. Okay. But it's a pretty simple rock song, pretty straightforward. Kind of got a simple riff, and Ace can do some stuff to it, so it's pretty good.
Cool.
"Let Your Love Go" by Bread.
Never heard that one.
I like.
Bread, I don't know it either.
But it's got to be whole wheat. So we got 2 songs left, right?
Right.
How do I have 1 song left? Did I skip
Because
one?
you only got 11. You skipped 1.
I have 12 songs.
Guess you're gonna have to go for a double load.
What?
Joey likes to double.
Hold on. I think I found the one I might have skipped. Go ahead.
All right. So let's see. I picked a song that I thought for sure would sound killer if Ace played it. Definitely did not sing it. But you guys could pick who sings this song. But I think it would be great for him to do Alice in Chains' "Man in the Box."
But that is the type of. I think that is the type of vocal Ace could pull off. I think he could do stuff like that. Obviously, not the way they do it, but I think he could do that.
He could do all of it till it gets to the chorus.
To the hook,
have somebody else pick it up because he's not doing "Feed My Eyes." No way.
No.
That's a good. He's probably gonna also be like, talking. What does he mean by shit? What is he anyway? All right, Jody.
I got the Trogs doing "Feels Like a Woman." I don't know if you know that one, but
yeah,
I like that song a lot. It's kind of androgynous. Ace used to flirt with that a bit, It'd be cool.
Sure. Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah, you do.
But Ace can sing that one too, I think.
Yeah, I think he could sing that one for sure. But yeah, that's one of the ones he could sing. And then my last one, I think I'm going to have him sing as well. But those are the only 2.
All right, you ready? Joey, what song did you skip,
My
Joey?
next, this is, I don't know how I skipped this one. It's called The Hurt Is On. It's a demo from 1985. I'll play a quick little, again, the playlist, I'll post the playlist at the end. I'd love to hear what everyone thinks of this whole record of Ace demos. Again, pretty straightforward. Again, it's you can hear almost as the years go by, he gets more into that first Frehley's Comet type sound. But you can hear the progression really from this, like this. If you listen to these 12 songs straight through, you can hear it almost progressing, not from the Elder really, but more from Unmasked all the way through the Frehley's Comet years. It kind of bridges that gap.
Yeah, I never heard that one.
Sonny, you're gonna tell me 2 songs I know now.
Yeah.
Go.
All right. So I'm actually putting Casada to work on this one. So Ace is doing the vocal. We are pulling a song off the Elder because this is getting released next year. It's the 30th anniversary of Eric Carr's death.
Ooh.
So Ace is doing a tribute. He's doing the best song of the Elder. So he picked Escape from the Island.
Nice.
And Paulie Z and Joey are writing lyrics so Ace can go sing them.
Really?
I love
There
it.
you go.
That'd be cool.
I agree, Sonny. That is a great song.
And now you got to write the lyrics.
I thought you were going to say Joey's going to have to play drums on it.
Well, he might get invited. I don't know.
Yeah, you got to play drums on it, dude.
It's funny. I think the opposite of the way. Pooney doesn't like the Elder. I know he doesn't. But if you think of it as, a movie and you're thinking of it as, these songs kind of going into one another, I can hear Escape from the Island kind of in this action sequence. I can see it.
Oh, yeah.
I am going to escape from the island. I don't want to be here anymore. I am going to escape from the island.
Just like Gilligan did before.
There you go. I can't just kept coming up with lyrics in my head.
We can write it ourselves.
That might officially be the end of the podcast right there.
That drum thing. Don't. I am so sick of coconuts. I am tired of coconuts. I can't eat any more fish.
Oh my good God.
I would kill for a Whopper. All right, I'm sorry. Look, our numbers just.
How come none of
went
those
from
guys ever
50
made a
people-
play for Ginger, dude, or Marianne? What's up with that?
I don't know.
They're on this island with 2 hot females, and nobody ever even took a shot.
Well, how do
What
you
the
know?
hell?
They just didn't film that. It might have
I
been,
got news for you. I'm more of a Mrs. Howell type of guy anyway.
I could see that.
Yeah, I guarantee that shit is soft on the inside.
Oh
Let's see.
my
And
God.
dusty. It
Between
smells
the
like
last
money.
the last 2 segments with you singing and then your little Mrs. Howell fetish, I think it's officially over, guys. This is it.
Yeah,
At least we went out swinging, man.
it's all right. She had a sweet ass.
Oh, yeah.
All right, my final song is I decided that if I could pick any Kiss song that Ace could do and try to make it better, that I would maybe want to hear it then, would be Anything for My Baby.
Yeah. You can put a guitar solo on it. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I think, but we're going to take out that Rock and Roll All Night ripoff beginning.
How many
And,
times? That came up first on the album, so Rock and Roll All Night ripped it off.
That's what I meant.
It's a good question. I wonder, you know what? That's a great trivia question. What song, not tracked first, but what song was written first? So when did Peter come up with that intro? Did he come up with it for Anything for My Baby, or did he come up with it for Rock and Roll All Night?
It doesn't matter. The conversation went like this. Peter, what are you going to do? I'm going to fucking do that thing I did in the last song.
Or I'm quitting the band.
or I'm quitting the band. And if you don't like it, you can suck my 12-inch cock. Hey,
13.
it's 13 inches. All right. You got a cucumber in your pants? No.
Wow.
I got a 13
Took a
inch
turn.
Sorry.
It's not
Joe.
even late, Joe.
I don't even. Are you drinking, Joe? What are you doing? What's happening over there?
Drinking water. I'm not drinking, but if I was, I'd be drinking a little bit of the bubbly. Chris Jericho champagne. You could buy it at AEW.com. I don't know where you could buy it.
With the content of this episode, I have a feeling we're not getting him as a sponsor.
No. I guarantee. Let's see. That was okay. What was next? Jody, last song.
My last song is an obligatory space song. You gotta have one. He always has to have one, at least one. And I went with the only ones doing Another Girl, Another Planet. Great kind of new wavy pop song. Ace could sing it. It would be cool. And it's about space, so you gotta have it one. That's
Make
my
sure
favorite.
you guys send me these playlists because I want to listen to them. I won't send you mine because you've heard all my songs, but
Come on, man. I need a version of Teen Spirit to listen to.
I am just shit when it comes to this. Joey, tell your last song.
So this is kind of like the heaviest song Ace did back then. This one's called "Rock or Be Rocked." It's funny that Jody said it. None of these songs have the Ace space theme, which is weird. Back then, he wasn't really doing that until all of I guess he started running out of lyrics. But this one's pretty straightforward rock song.
Just give some rockin'. We've been running the world. They live in the strong people.
Just get to the chorus. Pretty straightforward. You can hear it like at the end of the first Frehley's Comet record, like, Stranger in a Strange Land or We Got Your Rock, all that stuff. So
Right.
pretty rocking tune. You could hear him getting away from the keyboards a little bit back. I guess this is probably a little bit later in the years, I think.
Yeah.
I have such a hard time listening to songs that talk about rocking. I don't know, and it doesn't matter the band. If they're singing, if in their chorus, it's "We're gonna rock you hard and rock and rock." I can't listen. I'm like,
You mean like rock and roll all night?
No. see, there's a difference. I'm going to tell you what the difference is. Because rock and roll all night is what they're going to do. I'm going to make you rock is more of a, I don't know, attitude. Gonna rock. It's gonna rock. I'm making all these faces. I'm sorry. Go.
But
Sonny.
Gilligan's Island lyrics are okay?
Gilligan's Island lyrics are awesome.
True.
I'm
True.
writing that fucking song. I don't care. Screw you guys. I'm going
wow.
home. Let's see. Sonny.
Okay, so my last song, Ace is singing it. It's, I haven't had many popular songs in here, so I had to throw a popular song in there. And Kiss is done. And Ace doesn't want to be done. So he's going to do BTO's You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet.
That'd be cool.
And he's going to
I
do
like
the
that.
vocal.
Okay.
And he could do the little stutter step when he stutters the vocal.
That's right.
Okay. I'm right then. I have heard that song. Nice.
That'd be cool.
And then I got something for you. So you can see my screen, hopefully, now. Can you see my screen?
I can't, but I can add it in. Hold on. Let's see.
And I sent it to you via text, too.
Cool.
You can't see my screen?
Oh,
I
great.
see it.
See?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the left side. So the pictures are the front of the album. And so these are just kind of some of my favorite pictures, whether you want to cartoon them up or whatever.
Right.
The back is more important. So it's got all the songs listed. As you can see, it goes from blue to gray to black, kind of like the makeup, right?
Mhm.
Oh.
It's got all the featuring. And then I picked certain songs because look at what all the first letters spell.
It's too small on my screen.
So
Look
the
at
song,
this.
yeah. So the songs were "Shotgun," "People Are Strange," "Albert Flasher," "Call Me Lightning," "Easily Living," "Foxy Lady," "Rambling Gambling Man," "Everybody
Spaceman.
Loves the Crown," it spells "Space Frehley."
That's
Nice.
crazy.
Cool.
Sonny's
Sonny,
like a mad
putting in the work.
scientist. Always.
Sonny's got it going on.
I think there's a chance. I think there's a chance it's just a coincidence. I don't think he's that smart.
That may be.
And this
I
is
picked
why
a bunch of
he-
songs from another. Look! Oh my god!
Right?
That is
There's
the
more of a
craziest
chance
thing.
of that happening than you actually figuring that out.
That is
Yeah,
the
I
craziest
was
thing.
on Gilligan's Island. I was trying to make soup, and then I go, "Oh my god! I made a raft! Look, we can get off!"
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. Congratulations to Heath for winning the Peter Chris picture disc. Jody, do you have anything to add?
Nope. Thanks for listening, everybody. You know, that kind of
Absolutely.
thing.
Sonny.
Heath, congratulations on winning. The songs aren't any better, but congratulations anyway.
Oh, mercy. So mean. So mean. Joey.
Yeah, I just posted my whole list of all the Ace demos. I'd love to hear what people think of them. I'm sure maybe there's some of them that you guys have never heard. I think it would be a phenomenal record. I love all of these demos. Every one of these songs is really, really good. There's a couple out there, too, that kind of are unfinished that are probably pretty good, too. But these are like the finished 12 that I could find.
Cool. And you know what I'm going to say? We love podcasts, and we love Kiss podcasts. Oh, hey.
Hey.
And you're going to hear the commercials for all the ones that we love right after this in 3, 2, 1. Peace.
Hey.